guys, it's Godbars here, the self-proclaimed hip-hop historian, and this is the 380th episode of my series, where I grab a vinyl from my collection, talk about why I love it, what influence it has, and what its place is in the grand scheme of hip-hop. So to finish off this set of 90s classics, I finally get to revisit Kool Keith, one of my all-time favorite MCs who's been criminally underrepresented on the channel, and has still yet to actually make an appearance under that name, as he famously utilized a litany of monikers, similar to his underground contemporary and peer, MF Dooom. I've only had this enigmatic hip-hop veteran on the page twice before. First when I covered what's probably his most well-known undertaking, 1996's Dr. Octagon Ecologist, which he released under the Dr. Octagon name. But I also talked about an impactful group effort that Keith played a dire role in, that being 1988's Critical Beatdown by Ultramagnetic MCs, an insanely ahead of its time LP that many consider the most technically advanced of its era, and of course I'll link both of those reviews down below in the description, though we switch up the moniker once again for today's pick, which is a personal favorite of mine that I've been trying to find on vinyl forever, and that's the 1999 debut he put out as Dr. Dooom, First Come First Served. I still have plenty of ground to make up though, as not only are there plenty of dope projects released under the Kool Keith title, from 1997's Sex Style and 1999's Black Elvis / Lost in Space, to much more recent work like 2019's Keith or 2023's Serpent, but there's still at least half a dozen or more other monikers I haven't touched on, along with other quality releases he's put out as either Dr. Dooom or Dr. Octagon. And when you add all the output together, it's hard to argue against this dude as one of the single hardest working artists of the last 40 years regardless of genre. I've seen First Come First Served brought up in numerous videos over the years as one of the quote-unquote worst album covers ever, and maybe I'm completely on my own for this one, but personally I love the artwork for this LP, and I feel like a lot of the people who blatantly criticize it or just throw it into this pile of the worst covers ever are kind of missing the point of it and aren't really in on the joke, where Keith is clearly taking a shot at the kind of artwork that prevalent southern labels like No Limit or Cash Money were dominating with at the time. It's cluttered and ugly on purpose, and that modus operandi perfectly matches what's going on here musically, because this very well may be the dirtiest, most experimental and bass-rattling set of beats this legend has ever rapped over. Plus, I've always thought it was super creative how he'll incorporate various characters of his and even have them interact. Like with the title track here, titled Who Killed Dr. Octagon, which would spin into 2006's The Return of Dr. Octagon, who would then be killed off again in 2008 when Keith released Dr. Dooom 2, where on the track R.I.P. Dr. Octagon, he literally details all the different ways he violently murdered this other persona. That wacky, innovative, and kind of bleak but comedic aura is present all throughout his debut, and it doesn't hurt that this dude is one of the most gifted, witty, and technically sound writers to ever pick up a pen, and his understanding of rhyme schemes and flow patterns is bar none, which I want to display through his performance on the track I Run Rap, which has this nasty, bubbling instrumental that almost sounds like something you'd hear in a mad scientist laboratory. And here Keith does what he arguably does best, which is talking his shit and flexing in the most idiosyncratic and innovative ways possible. He kicks off this top-tier verse with, "Most rappers flex up, they vexed up, they acted hard. Attending Catholic school at mom's house, they soft as lard. They roll in packs carrying yo-yos and balls and jacks. That kid you peeped it, his boy's wearing Victoria's Secret. Mean mugs get crushed up. Your bra's showing, picking dust up, you light your trees up. I'm just the man to skin your knees up, walk behind you, tuck your stomach in, I redesign you. Urgent emergency, your girl is crying, they can't find you. I move with bowling ball bags. You try to ask for zigzags? You got your panties on with wigs on, y'all playing tag. Walking in tough kid, your girdle showing, watch your do-rag. G-strings get touched, watch your skid marks like Starsky and Hutch. Y'all scope erections, which rappers run to different sections. I ride in limos, pull your thongs in from here to Wisconsin. Drive into Savon, make tough MCs put on Avon. Eject your wig in Hunts Point. Your pumps in truckers' rigs. There were only a couple of guest appearances on First Come First Served, which appear in the form of Jackie Jasper and Motion Man, and it was a similar case with the production, as all of these stellar beats were handled by Cutmaster Kurt and Keith himself. When it comes to my top 3 favorite moments overall here, I definitely have to go with Mental Case, No Chorus, and Apartment 223. As for honorable mentions, I still want to recommend tracks like I Run Rap, Neighbors Next Door, You Live at Home with Your Mom, Housing Authority, Welfare Love, Call the Cops, Brothers Feel Fly, Sideline, Body Bag, Leave Me Alone, and Live. Thank you for watching my 380th video. Next time we're starting off another set from the 2010s, so keep an eye out to see what personal favorite I'm going to start that group off with, and if you enjoyed, be sure to like, subscribe, and let me know what tracks left a mark on you the most off this one-of-a-kind LP. Don't forget to have a great day, and I'll see you next time, okay? Alright.